talk about my buddy Scott. Scott Carson, I swear, is the real deal. Terri and I have done a one-on-one session with him, and it's been amazing. We're also part of his mastermind group. We've attended 2 of his masterminds and several of his classes. So we wanted to take a few moments to share a little bit about our experience, because if you're interested in the note buying business, definitely you'll want to check out Scott.
For sure. With our one-on-one that we did, Scott came to us, number one, so he comes to you in your home market, or you can go to his if you prefer, but he'll come to you wherever you are. And he spent 4 days with us and just kicked our booty and got us into action for sure. And I mean, to the point where he was literally standing behind us like, send it. We're like, but he's like, no, send it. And really got us going on something that, okay, all right, Scott. Yeah. And he just has a way about him. He's there for you the entire time. We rented a little room, and we're in this space where we're just focused on our business and what we really needed to move it forward. So invaluable help and contribution that we got from him.
Absolutely. Yeah. And because it was sort of tailored to our little niche of the market, it wasn't all about notes. It was about some other things. Right. And actually, we wouldn't be sitting right here if it wasn't for Scott kicking us in the rear and saying you need to finish your video. So this is what we were shooting all day long, is a separate video for our wholesaling course that we created a number of years ago and never put on video. So that was, something that we got complete with. And we want to thank Scott for that. Also, I wanted to share a little bit about the mastermind group. So we attended the first one out in Florida. We attended the second one in San Diego. And it just keeps raising the bar every time. This last one was really well organized. We had a number of speakers that came in and talked about, everything from servicing to people who had deals, from the hedge fund companies, and then massive amounts of collaboration. So we divided up, I think there was about 28 to 30 people there. We divided up in small groups. We each tackled different lists that everybody was bringing in. We were making phone calls, emails out to people who potentially had money that could partner with us. So he's pushing you to do all the action steps that really gets your note buying business off the ground. There's really very little, left in question. And to be honest, the note buying business is not the easiest business to be in. It's definitely a little bit more complicated than some of the others. However, when you have a mentor and a coach who's leading you through every step of the way, it takes that fear out, and then he puts you in action. So then you practice what you need to do. And I can't honestly say that I've ever attended a course where, a week or 2 later, I walked out with a check, almost as big or if not bigger than what we had invested into the program. So,
we
that
spent a lot of money on courses. So.
Yeah, we have. But this is one that put money back into our pocket right away. So,
and the other thing that's great about the mastermind is, Alia was mentioning the collaboration. There are 25 other people that are there with you of the same mindset, all going through the same thing. So, you've got this great resource in Scott, who, by the way, is always available to you. You've got his email, you've got his phone numbers, and he gets back to you. So you have him and that availability. But you also have these other people as part of the mastermind group, people that are action-oriented and of the same mindset. So you have collaboration with these people, whether it's doing deals together yourselves or just having people to ask questions to, or collaborating on other aspects of real estate. It's just such a great program and a great experience to be together with this group, working together, rolling up your sleeves and getting things done.
And last, there's 2 other points I want to share about Scott. He's fun.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, we've gone to football games. We're going to, going out for dinners. We've gone to comedy clubs, dancing. Like, he weaves a good time into his programs.
Yeah, for sure.
And he also really cares about doing something that gives back to charity. And I think that that's one of the things that I really appreciate about Scott the most. Coming from a background and working with nonprofits, and also a lot of real estate investors, you see a lot of people who take. Well, Scott's a giver, We collected a bunch of money for a couple charities, Toys for Tots and Big Animals for Little Kids. And we went out, did a shopping spree, got a bunch of toys for kids at Christmas time. gave those away, and then we actually went to go visit a hospital dressed like big animals, and Scott dressed up as Santa Claus, and we just had a great time giving back. And so that's really what we feel, that's very near to my mode of operation, is being a real estate investor, so you have the wealth and the time so that you can be a contribution to your community. And so for all those reasons, we highly endorse and recommend Scott as a mentor and coach in the note buying business, but also as somebody who really can help take your business, if it's something slightly different in a little bit of a different niche, he can tailor his program and really, kick you into action. So thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott. We love you.